Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting mammoths. And what mammoth book should I pursue? What about Anniversaries by Huey Johnson? This is only a measly 1,668 pages long. How about A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth? This one is 1,348 pages. Miss Mackintosh, My Darling by Marguerite Young. 1,198 pages. If you don't like hardcovers, I also have Miss Mackintosh, My Darling in paperback. And this is a bonus. This is 1,404 pages long, just due to type size. There is The Power Broker by Robert A. Caro, the magnificent biography, which is 1,162 pages, plus an index. The Collected Poems of Bertolt Brecht, 1,070 pages, plus index. A compilation of books, The Great Book of Ember by Roger Zelazny, 1,258 pages long. Or perhaps something that you'll rarely see on BookTube, The Coming of Age by Simone de Beauvoir, only 848 pages long. Should I read one of those? Or should I read something else? Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and once again, it is time for March of the Mammoths. This is an event created by Jason at Blues Old Chapter and Verse, and it is a readathon to encourage people to read those giant, long books on their shelves that maybe you're not getting around to because they're so long that they intimidate you. And March is the month to start reading those long books. There are no prompts, there are no real rules, other than a mammoth book is considered a book that is 800 pages or longer. You do not have to finish the book in March. And theoretically, you don't even have to start it in March. You just have to read part of that mammoth book in March to be participating in March of the Mammoths. Because there is something uniquely satisfying about finishing or reading a very long book. Last month, that was January, I finished reading Against the Day by Thomas Pynchon. That was 1,085 pages long. All in all, that book wasn't the best, but once I got to the last page, I was very sad. I had invested a lot of time reading that Pynchon book, and it was pleasing. It is pleasing to finish a long mammoth book, which is why this event exists, to encourage people to pick up that long book and just start reading. To read a long book, you don't necessarily only have to read that book, because some of these long books do require some breaks. They're that long, and that is fine. You will find your mammoth book and read it at a pace that suits you, that you get to decide how quickly you want to read this book, and even if you don't finish it at all, that's fine. Just pick up a long book and start reading. So, what books will I be reading for March of the Mammoths? I am going to try to finish 2 long books from start to finish in the month of March. That is just me. I am retired. I have a lot of time to read, so it's not going to be as difficult for me as with some other people who have day jobs. They may have family they need to take care of, and reading a whole book that long in 1 month may be beyond them. But it's not beyond me. And the one book I'm going to be reading on my Kindle is It by Stephen King. It is 1,182 pages long, according to the internet. I did read this book back when it was first published in the 80s, and I have decided to reread it. It is going to be a buddy read with Bad is Rad. She has never read it before, so it'll be a new experience for her. And if you want to join a buddy read with me and Bad, I will leave my Voxer account in the description of this video, or you can send me a message at GEEMONT235, and you can join Bad and I in our buddy read of It. I am also going to be listening to an audiobook of Natchez Burning by Greg Iles that is 806 pages long, just barely squeezing by as a mammoth, but it does count. And that one is a story of racial tension down in Mississippi. It gets excellent reviews and comments, and I'm really excited to get to reading it. I am also going to be finishing my read of the Brothers Karamazov, translated from the Russian by Michael Katz. That particular edition is 928 pages long. My final mammoth is a book that I will just be putting my toes into the water for in March, and that is The Complete Stories of J.G. Ballard. This is a buddy read, a group read with me, Gareth, Book Songs and Other Magic, and maybe a few other people. We're going to be reading all the stories of J.G. Ballard, about one per week. My collection has 88 stories, so at least 88 weeks to read this book. So it's also going to count for March of the Mammoths in 2026. So those are my mammoth books for 2025. I hope you do join along. And if you decide to, leave me a comment in this video and tell me what mammoth books will you be reading for 2025. Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.